Hello, how are you guys? I'm excited to connect with the Leo full moon tomorrow, which is going to be on February 12th at 5:53 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I love doing these reports. I love tapping into the energy. I do it as a channel. So I'm a channel, a healer, a transformational mentor that specializes in helping my clients heal forward to become thriving future selves. So when I do these tap-ins, it's obviously looking at the astrology and it's looking at the energetics because energy never lies. And although the astrology gives you a more definitive way to see it, I think it's also very important to see how the energetic themes can support you, challenge you, help you grow, all the things. So that's what we're here for today. And I'm going to start off just by saying this Leo full moon feels really big. I don't know why, but I've already been a little bit exhausted. I've been feeling the energy of it, having a little bit of trouble sleeping. So, that happens with full moons. We get a little, really activated or a little bit. And I think that this Leo full moon is a call and an initiation to really look at how we've been tracking these last 6 months since the Leo new moon. Have you been showing up in your fullest expression, in your ability to be creative with how you're living your life? Are you loyally connected to what makes you feel alive and passionate? Has your inner child been out having fun and being romantic and flirting with life? This energy is directly saying to us, go play a big game. Stop playing small. And it's so easy to want to hide because we feel like we're waiting for a permission slip from others. But, I'm receiving directly from spirit as I'm channeling this in this present moment is that if not now, when? When are you going to give yourself permission? It's so easy to get caught up in your stories of, well, this isn't, working out perfectly for me, or I failed at this in the past, and so maybe I shouldn't show up in it again. You guys, the past is, yes, it's important to process, it's important to understand, and it could be the very thing anchoring you and not allowing you to move forward towards your destiny. You have to be really careful with what you tell yourself. I was actually just reminding and telling my daughters last night that we have 66,000 thoughts per day, and only 3,000 of them are from our conscious mind. The rest are from our subconscious, and our subconscious is designed to keep us safe. It doesn't want us to move forward. It doesn't want us to live our best life. It wants us to live our safest life, our comfort zone life. And what is out of your comfort zone is all the new. It's all the ways that you want to grow and expand and you want to stretch yourself. And so you're going to have to be really brave and really courageous and believe that you have everything in you to have what you want. And if you do have trauma or you do have limiting beliefs, find somebody that can support you with that. That's what I specialize in. I help my clients rewire their limiting beliefs and step into who they're becoming. So whether it's me or somebody else, find the support because you will only go as far as you're willing to step out of that comfort. And your gifts are straight from the divine. You have a way of seeing the world that nobody else does. And I know you may think, well, so and so online does it this way. And well, somebody else teaches the same thing I do, or talks about this, or shows up in my workplace like this. You're not in competition with those people. You are only in competition with yourself. And what I mean by that is besting yourself, giving it your best, doing better than you did in the past. Because if you're worried about what everybody else is doing, you're going to talk yourself out of showing up fully. And this is not a dress rehearsal. This is, you get this life. And I do believe that we come to this life with so much karma that we're releasing to a certain point, and then we're really working on who we get to be and become. And we grow through expansion and showing up in new ways. Our soul really is gets so excited by our desires because it's like, hey, through those desires, through trying to obtain that desire, then you grow. Because think about any path that you start to walk upon, anytime you go on a new journey, I always think of like the Fool card. You go on this new journey, you don't know what you're expecting, but you are changed because of the journey. And then once you arrive at the destination, it's always great, but it's like, wow, it was all of these things in between that really lit me up and got me so excited about what's possible and how you're changing. And I want to remind you that if you are working towards something right now and you're finding that it's challenging or difficult, those difficulties are here to refine you. They're here to support you in becoming the match to what you want to receive. So don't push them away. Don't resist it. Stay really present. I was actually telling a friend just a little bit ago that when we are in that resistance towards what is happening in our life, if you're resisting your gifts, if you're resisting showing up, if you're resisting the isness of your life, if there's something specifically happening that's very challenging, and a lot of people right now are going through very challenging things. Truth be told, that's why I think this week is really about tender heart, letting go. And when you're in a conversation with the universe where you're not happy with the way things are in your external reality, then you are in a disagreement with the universe, with the creator. And when you're in a disagreement, it means that you're not accepting what is. So, what could you do this week to really accept where you're at, but make a game plan to get excited about what's possible? And going back to how I started this, see how you have shifted creatively, how you are more expressed in your gifts than you were at the Leo new moon, which I believe was in August. So here we are. It's like bookends, right? The full moon is always revealing. And so I'll talk about the aspects in a little bit, but I want to also just go into a little bit of channeling and tell you that was channeling, but I'm gonna pull three cards just to kind of give it more of a tangible visual for you guys. Let me just pull these. I'm going to ask for the highest intention of this full moon and how to best work with the energy. Okay. So we got this rest and rejuvenate card. We got the passion ignited card. And then we got the solitude card, which is the hermit. So I love these cards. The one that really stands out to me is the passion ignited because that is so Leo. Leo is passionate. It's ready to get on stage. It's ready to kind of, show up and take charge and be the king of the stage and of life, right? Be the leading lady of your life, however you want to see it. And when you think about what excites you in your life right now, is there a long list of things? Or are you kind of like, I don't know what excites me? Guys, we got to know you got to get reconnected to yourselves if you're going, I don't know, or if there's nothing exciting about my life right now. It's like, okay, there's your prescription for your future self is to get aligned, see what your future self is up to. What are the things that really light you up and start living those now? It doesn't have to be a big thing. For whatever reason, no judgment. Please don't judge me, but I just started cooking. And I say that because I've been a mom for over 10 years. I've lived a whole life and I always did like the basics, but I just started feeling that I wanted to express myself creatively. I'm really into health and I was excited to try new recipes and stuff. And so I've been in the kitchen and I've been playing and experimenting, some fails, some amazing things that my kids, it's like the kids when they love the meals are always like, I love this, mom. And I'm like, that's a win. But I'm excited about it. It excites me. Different types of like dancing excites me. Like what excites you? Come back to your inner child, come back to play, come back to creativity and romance life again. That's what Leo is asking. And really seeing how far you've come in that and what else is possible, right? Because Leo is ruled by the sun. It's your inner sun radiating out into the world. It wants to shine its light. It's also it rules the fifth house, which is creativity, romance, play. It's that inner child, right? So get excited about your relationships. This is a one card, so it's a new beginning. It's a new cycle. So I want you to think about where in my relationships could I get reinvigorated? Where with my kids, because this is also about children too in the fifth house. Where can I get uh more playful with them? What needs some fun and some new energy? What's the new cycle gonna be? So I love that energy. And part of it too is we got the rest and rejuvenate card. There's so much noise in the collective right now. There's so much divisiveness, fear. It's overwhelming. It is so much right now. And I think there's a lot of uncertainty. People are afraid because we have, obviously a new president, new administration, all these things that are happening, just things around the world. And I say this all the time, but you have to know how to have your own bubble and how to not engage always with social media or the news or whatever it is that sets you off. So this is a card that's saying come back to your grounding, come back to your center, go get in nature. What do you need to do to plug in to something greater than yourself, like divine consciousness, earth consciousness, and really relax. Get back to your calm state, get back to relax. Because this moon does have an aspect with Uranus, and Uranus is the great shifter, awakener, unexpected news, unexpected opportunities, things just happening fast. And I do believe it is in the house of, it's in Taurus, which is the second house, which is money, self-worth. Let me confirm that for you guys, this Uranus part of it. And yeah, it forms a square with Uranus and Taurus, introducing elements of unpredictability and sudden change. So it could be disruptions, but it could be, opportunities for innovative solutions and big breakthroughs. So we have to stay really flexible and remain really grounded so that we are in the energy of the possibilities. And so that's what this card really signifies to me is like stay grounded, stay focused on what is your center, what is your rooting, not just all the things in the external world. And this card is the Hermit card, and it's a 9 card, which I love that because the 9 card it denotes completion of some kind. So full moons are a completion. They are a letting go process. And what in your life, when you're getting really quiet with yourself and you're really thinking about how far you've tracked since August at the new moon, what needs to be let go of? What is really kind of in your face? And maybe for some of you, you've gone through so much and you've already done so much letting go, and you're more in kind of stepping into the new identity. Because Leo, it does feel like with the way it's sandwiched with Aquarius and all this stuff, it's kind of like, what's your new identity that you're going to bring to the collective? And it feels like it's happening rapidly. And I think that's why some people are kind of like, whoa, I can't handle all this. This is so much. But when you're thinking about your new identity and how you want to show up, how can you ground that in? Imagine this new identity where you're rooting it into the earth. And I would love to say, like, don't get too attached to who the identity is, but to how you're showing up in your consciousness, how you get to show up in your purpose and your mission and your gifts. That's the important piece of this. And what might you need to stop and or complete in order to fully align with this new identity that's been coming online for you? So that's the energy. And I do want to share that the moon is opposing Mercury in Aquarius, which could create some tension between our emotions and rational thoughts. And so it's about finding that balance of that heartfelt expression with your intellect. And I really believe that when we can merge these two, that's right, when we have coherence, right? When we're not just in our heads, but really kind of take the elevator down into our heart as well and feel, not just thinking, because there's so much rapid fire thinking right now, it feels like. It's really like, okay, when I'm grounded and I feel into my heart, what does my heart want to say to me? What does my heart want to share? And I would really encourage you with this Hermit card to go within yourself and ask those deeper questions of what does my heart want to share with me? And I really highly encourage you to journal. And I'm going to dare you. I want to dare you. Isn't that funny? I haven't said that in a long time, but this energy is all about being in your leadership and courage, right? Leo energy is very much, they're just natural born leaders. Where could you, let's see, with my dare, where could you find a way, opportunity where you can show up in your gifts? And I want you to create a plan and I want you to do it. Even if it's just for 5 days, even if it's for one day, but I'm going to say 5 days because 5 days, 5 is the energy of change. Figure out what you could do, whether it's showing up 5 days online and doing videos or stories. Maybe you I don't know, cooking for somebody like I am, what could you do for 5 days where you really, it doesn't have to be the same thing over and over again, but 5 days of showing up in your gifts and your fullest expression? And I'm also going to encourage you to clear your throat chakra. Your throat chakra is the divine architect of your reality. It's like where you architect. And if you're the, I think it's called the bindu, is open in the back, right? You're channeling divine wisdom and you're seeing the energy of what the divine wants to pour through you to create your reality. And when we are in our fullest expression, right, with ourselves, we're honest with ourselves. We're architecting our reality from the truth of what we really want and who we want to be, not just from what we think or who, our family wants us to be. So I want you to really look at that and make sure you're not betraying yourself because you want to people please and make sure other people are happy. And if you're living in your 5 days of gifts, right? What is your fullest expression? When you're architecting from your throat chakra, when you're speaking into your reality, what it is that you want, how are you describing that? How do you describe you? How are you describing your life? And if you're just complaining all the time about your life, or you're just like, oh my gosh, I don't like my life, I implore you to find new verbiage and new ways to at least express yourself and to start seeing your life with a new lens, a new perspective, so that you can start to enjoy your life again and get excited about it, because that is really important. I hope you have a wonderful full moon. Let me know how all this resonates. If you are looking to go deeper and do the healing forward work that would support you in becoming your thriving future self, reach out to me. I have many different ways you can work with me through coaching, but I do have a healing forward program that is innovative and incredibly different than everything's out there that is out there, because I innovated healing forward myself. That is my modality. And there are many things to it that are wildly different than what's out there right now in the marketplace. So reach out to me. We can always have a little concept call and I can share with you. And I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your week. Take care.